This is the Razer Blade 16. The features on this laptop are not bad at all. It's top tier, although the premium design limits the power outputs for the CPU and GPU a tiny bit. And let's see how it performs. Red Dead Redemption 2 running at the native resolution of 2560 by 1600 at max settings and DLSS turn off did very well with 82 FPS average. Next, we have Cyberpunk 2077 running at native resolution and at maximum settings, and it runs okay with a 56 FPS average. Now, considering everything's turned up to the max, that's a pretty okay performance in my book, especially considering that this is a laptop with limited performance and thermals compared to a PC. I think it's safe to say that this laptop can run any game comfortably at 1440p, or should I say 1600p. The Razer Blade 16 has an Intel Core i9-13900HX alongside an RTX 4090 laptop GPU. Needless to say, this machine is powerful enough for basically anything, and it should, considering the price. It also comes with a 2TB SSD and 32GB of DDR5 RAM. So not only do you have a ton of RAM, it's also pretty fast. Now, I'm gonna beat you to the chase and say that, of course, there are more powerful 16-inch laptops out there, but I think the Blade 16 strikes a great balance between performance and a less aggressive fan profile than some of the competition. And again, you're paying Razer for the premium build quality here. Now, let's move on and take a look at this laptop for a second. And right off the bat, if you've seen last year's Razer Blade 16, you might think, wait, this looks exactly the same. And yeah, you'd be pretty much spot on. Razer didn't reinvent the wheel with the design this year. And yes, the Blade 16 is renowned for its sleek, premium look, with that black aluminum chassis being the stuff of laptop envy. It's got fingerprint magnet tendencies, of course, but it's well built and is really one of the best in the laptop segment. It's just something that you can expect from a premium brand like Razer. So if the design's the same, then what changed? Well, the screen, of course. Is it worth it? Well, you can get it with a 240Hz QHD Plus OLED display. Now, that's a lot of random letters, I know. QHD Plus means it's a 2560 by 1600 resolution display, not your normal 1440p. 1610 aspect ratios are getting more and more popular these days. But what about that OLED? Well, I gotta say, if you've never experienced OLED on a laptop before, prepare to be wowed. The deep blacks, the vibrant colors, it elevates everything you do. Movies burst with life, games look absolutely stunning, and even regular tasks just pop in a way they don't on other laptops. Just remember that OLED screens are usually dimmer than mini LED, which is another screen option for this laptop, by the way. Of course, it's not just about the looks. We know all about the 240Hz refresh rate, but what you don't know yet is the screen response time, which only takes about 0.47 seconds. The rest of the components are typical Razer, a fantastic selection of ports, including Thunderbolt 4 and a speedy SD card reader. The Blade's keyboard is the same divisive one we see in most Razers. It's got super flat keys, which takes some time getting used to, and let's not forget the giant smooth touchpad with the most satisfying clicks you'll ever find. It's the little details, right? In a way, Razer's good with the same things that Apple is good at: design, keyboard, and trackpads. Now, one thing I like about the Blade 16 is the way it handles heat. Sure, under full load it gets warm and the fans kick in, but it remains remarkably quiet compared to a lot of gaming laptops. That's a huge win for those who want power without sounding like they're about to launch a rocket. Battery life is decent, but if you're unfamiliar with gaming laptops, just know that most of these laptops have poor battery life. This laptop can only manage up to 6 hours of video playback on YouTube, and while gaming or running heavy tasks may give you 1 hour and 45 minutes of battery life. If you're using this for work or for school, just know that you might have to bring this heavy charger anywhere you go. Here's the thing, the Razer Blade 16 commands a hefty price, and that'll be the deciding factor for many. But if you're after a well-designed laptop with incredible performance, with an OLED display, and one and all in a package that's premium in every way, it's an absolute contender. It's about the total experience after all, and I recommend this if that's your type of thing. But if you're just looking for something to play games with, I recommend checking out another gaming laptop like the Acer Helia 16, which can achieve almost the same performance for more than half the price. Now, if you're in the mood for a Razer Blade 16, just scan this QR code, and if you're interested in the Acer Helia 16, you can also scan this QR code or check the links in the description box below.